get started, I picked up this wall hanging from Burlington Coat Factory. Well, it's just Burlington now, and it's all wood. So I wanted to go ahead and use this for our bench, and I received that on sale. And I'm also going to be using these corner edge protectors that they use in cardboard boxes. And then I'll be using some PVC pipe, and I think this is a 3/4 inch PVC pipe that I had laying around that's already cut. So we're going to get started with that. So what I want to do is take my PVC pipe that I already have cut in the length that I want, and I'm going to put it on that protector, and I'm going to mark where I want that to end, because I just want that to cover that so that I can have some extra protection. And as you can see, I already have those marked, and what I'm going to do is use my little saw here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Now I picked this up from Home Depot, and you can use this to cut PVC pipe, wood, whatever. And I just love this one because it has the different lines that you can make: diagonal lines, straight lines, everything. And if you're new to my channel, it's so great to have you here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to see more upcoming DIY projects. As you can see, this would probably be a little easier if I had it attached the way it's supposed to be, but I'm just using it as it is because it's just cardboard. As you can see, it's pretty easy to cut. So I'm just going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. And just following where I have that mark, I'm going to go ahead and cut the other side just like I did the first side. And believe me, it's really not this hard to cut it. It just looks like it. Okay, so now we have those cut for all 4 pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use our glue gun, and we're going to place that PVC pipe right in the center of that corner protector there. So using a generous amount of glue, I'm going to go ahead and place that in the center there. Now I'm going to go ahead over this with some stronger adhesive, and then we'll go ahead and get those painted. But for now, I'm just using the glue gun. And again, we're just using this PVC pipe for some extra protection. There's going to be a young lady, a little young lady that's going to be using this bench, and I want her to be able to sit on it. All right, so now we have all 4 pieces with our PVC pipe, and they're pretty heavy, guys. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to use my metallic gold spray paint, and we're going to paint these, and then we're going to come back. So I have them all painted. They look wonderful. I love it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these in each of the corners, and what I want to do is measure where I want to put my screws. So I'm going to do that first before I actually glue these down. So I'm taking my corner braces there, and as you can see, I have it placed where I need it to go, and I'm going to use a Sharpie and make my points where I want my screws to go. And I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. So now that I have my corners all marked, now I'm going to go ahead with my glue gun and I'm going to place my leg in the corners. And please use a very generous amount of that. I'm also going to be using my Gorilla Glue wood glue because I need some extra protection with this. Like I said, I want this little girl to be able to sit on this bench as well as it looking gorgeous in her room. And just pressing firmly. Now I'm going to go ahead with that corner brace and using my drill gun, I'm going to go ahead and screw those in. Again, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you in our next DIY video. Oh, and make sure when you're screwing these in, guys, that you take it off of a table or a surface and hold it up a little bit because that screw did go all the way through. Okay, so now I have all 4 of my corner braces screwed into my legs. We're going to go ahead and get started on adding our padding, our foam to the top. Like I said before, those screws did come all the way through. So we're going to go ahead and use our 2-inch foam to the top of this. And then we'll use the 1-inch around the sides. And because I didn't have any 2-inch foam on hand, I have 1-inch that I picked up from Walmart. I'm just going to add 2 to the top of this instead of the 1 to give me 2 inches. And we're just going to do that by using a glue gun, placing a generous amount of glue. And we already have this cut to size, so we're going to go ahead and place that on top there. And there's our second piece. We're going to go ahead and add that using the very same method. And now we're going to go ahead and use, like I said, that 1-inch foam around the edges because I wanted my edges to have some cushion to them as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add the foam around the edges using the same concept, using our glue gun, and we're going to place that right on the wood. And then we're just going to place that on and press it firmly down. Making sure that the top is even and flush. I'm not so concerned about the bottom, but I do want the top to be flush so that we don't have any bumps or you know, so that it's smooth once we put our fabric on. And I'm going to go ahead and use some glue at the top there to try to press that firmly. You really don't have to do this, but I do it as an added measure. And guys, I want to apologize for the lighting. We had a very gloomy day today, so it was really hard trying to get the lighting together. So I hope you're able to see this. And we're just going to do the same thing on all four sides. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with our fabric. And I picked this up from Hobby Lobby on sale. I got 1.5 yards of this. It was a great sale, so I thought it was great. It just sheds a little bit, but that's okay. We'll work with it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just placing my fabric over the top just to make sure that I have it even on all sides. And I want to make sure that I'm not using too much fabric, because if you can save, go ahead and save. So I'm going to make sure that it's just enough that it reaches the lip under the bottom of this, the sign here, and not too much over that. So that's what I'm doing now, as you can see, and it takes a little time to figure that out. So once you have that figured out, then you can start beginning to cut your fabric. So now I have my fabric all cut, and it's the size that I need it to be. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over, and then we're going to use our staple gun, pulling it tightly. We're going to use the staple gun, and we're going to go ahead and staple our fabric to the sides there. And I love that we're able to do this with this sign because it is all wood. And we're just going to go ahead and continue stapling on each side. Now that we have one side done, we're going to go ahead and staple all the way around, and we'll come right back. Now we have all of the sides stapled, and we have these little pieces on the end that we're going to go ahead and cut into the shape that we need. And we're going to pull that tightly, just like we did the rest of it. We're going to pull those tightly and use our staple gun to secure those ends. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting from the edge, from one edge to the other edge, leaving just a little bit. Because this is faux fur, it's easy to cover up if you make a mistake with your cutting. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting from the side edges and just making like a little triangle shape. And then I'll take those ends and I'll pull them over one another and then tuck them in the corner. And I hope you can see this. So I'm pulling one end over and I'm going to tuck it in. And then I'll take the other edge and do the same. And just tuck that in. And then you just feel for that wood in there. And you're going to use your staple gun and do the exact same thing. Now we have all four corners done. Our fabric is on. It looks gorgeous already. Everything is all put together very nicely. I have this lovely ribbon that I picked up at Hobby Lobby as well because all of the ribbon was on sale, 50% off. So I picked this up because I just thought it was very nice. You really don't have to do this, guys, but I'm just going to do it because I like to have a little extra glam when I'm doing my projects. So I'm just going to take this ribbon and place it on my legs. And I'm going to do that using our glue gun. And as you can see, I'm just measuring how much I need for each leg. We're going to cut that out and we're just going to use our glue gun and glue that on. And we'll let you guys know exactly how it looks once we come back. And here it is, guys, all glammed up. We have our ribbon on the legs. It looks very gorgeous. I wish you guys could see it in person. This video does it no justice at all. Not at all. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for my new subscribers, my old subscribers. You all are wonderful. And please go ahead and subscribe if